Okay, let's get started here. Hey McLean, we are looking at your board break today. You're at the regional yesterday and today working on that. I know you've got a presentation recorded there, but I just want to check it out and give you some feedback. Let's get started.
Here, one of us is going to wear gloves. And we're going to hold it up, and you're going to have an opportunity, if you choose to break through that limiting belief and break through that board, and then step into a new belief. But before you do it, you're going to say your name, your old belief, your new belief, and you're going to say, I am limitless. And then you're going to hit through it, and you're going to have everybody cheering. Everybody's going to have a great...
There's a lot of warrior energy going on here, and I understand that the arrow break is a warrior process, but when you've got your hands that are slapping and hitting each other, it's a little jerking for the audience. Whenever you've got your hand open, the audience always puts, not always, but often will put themselves in the palm of your hand subconsciously. And when you're slapping your hands, it sends an uncomfortable message to the audience. So always have an open position with your hands to the audience, and just be aware of when you're slapping your hands. There's a lot of energy that you have that I see, and if I can shoot really straight with you and just be open, there's a lot of energy that when you're unsure of yourself, you'll put on this facade of speed and extra excessive warrior, and kind of even laughing at yourself when you'll kind of make a comment and laugh to the side. And that just shows that you're not quite sure of yourself. So what I'm going to invite you to do, even if you're not sure of what you're doing, is to act as if you are. Act as if you're completely sure of what you're doing and you know what the next step is. I'm going to invite you to adopt that belief, and that will get rid of all of this feeling of I have no idea what I'm doing in authenticity, because you do. You do know what you're doing. And you've got this.
Time. But is this about breaking through a board? No.
Good question.
It's about breaking through your limiting belief.
Okay, when you ask them a question, is this about this? And they say no, you ask them, what is it about? And you get the answer.
So, is everybody going to break through that board? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I hope so.
Okay. Okay, that's an unsafe question. Here's why. Because you ask is everybody going to break through that board? The people that say no, guess who's not going to break through the board? They won't. So you can say, is it possible that everyone will not break their board tonight? Yes, that's possible. Okay, so just make sure you're framing up your questions deliberately.
But even if you don't, can you still have an opportunity to have a very valuable learning experience? Absolutely, 100%. So I'm going to invite everybody to close your eyes.
Good. Very smooth transition.
Let's all just take a deep breath.
I just want to give you a shot of confidence.
Now here comes the question.
So all the jitters are gone. Because you got
What's
this.
the number one limiting belief that is holding you back from a greater way of life or a greater level of healthiness or health?
Good, quiet, good silence.
Okay, raise your hand if you have identified a limiting belief.
Always bring music.
About 10 more seconds.
Good warning. Always bring music. It's available in the Mentor Maker page, so you can bring that music with you.
Okay, everybody open your eyes. Let's get a couple of shares. What came up for you guys?
For me, it was just for sure that I can't do it anymore.
But you can't do it anymore.
You were really good at acknowledging people in the crowd.
Anybody else?
Okay,
Too hard.
another way to ask. Never say anybody else. It's an easy question to cop out of. You say, what else? What else came up for you?
food like the holidays, it's too hard to resist temptation.
Pumpkin pie is coming up, right? You've got pumpkin pie turkey, all that gravy. Oh my goodness. And don't even get me started about all the Christmas treats. Chocolate. Oh,
Yeah.
so.
I did it last year with all the holidays, but like now here we are again.
Right? No,
Like, okay,
I've
that's
been there.
Okay,
I've been
good.
there.
Acknowledge without buying the
Where's
story.
other limiting beliefs coming up? Let's get one more share. Anybody feel comfortable?
Anybody feel comfortable is an easy yes/no question. So don't even ask that.
Okay. So now we're gonna have an opportunity
So I
to
didn't
go.
get any answers.
We're gonna pick out a board. And we're gonna grab some pens. I don't think we have any pens over here. So. Okay, that works. There we go. We're good. So everybody's gonna have an opportunity to grab a board, grab a pen, and hold on. Grab some pens, and then what we're gonna do is, if you feel so inclined to participate, sit down and write your limiting belief. Now again, is this about breaking the board? No, it's about breaking the belief. You still get an opportunity to break through your belief. Also, something else to note is if there are any current physical limitations that you must address, you're going to have an opportunity during this process to either opt in or opt out. Either way, you still get to have a breakthrough, no matter what.
Okay.
Does everybody understand? Say aye.
Aye.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to invite everybody to go grab a board right now and then come sit down and
So the
write
grabbing
down
of
their
the
limiting
board.
belief and then wait for further instructions.
Okay, the grabbing of the board and the selecting of the board is a very reverent process. So while you're having them grab the board, you're going to have them thinking about that limiting belief, what it means to them, what the cost is to them. So while they're grabbing the board and while they're selecting the board that is a good fit for them, invite them to do that. The grabbing the board is less of a flippant thing and more of a deliberate thing. So you're going to say, while you're grabbing a board, I want you to I'm going to invite you to consider this limiting belief and what it's been costing you up to this point.
We just want to make sure that nobody's being held liable except for yourself. Please sign a waiver if you're going to participate.
Hey, Charlie.
And then on one side, you'll write your top limiting belief that you identified.
Great place for music right now. I guess I'm crocheting while I'm watching. You do a really good job holding space and not filling the awkward space with unnecessary words. This is good. Very, very good. Good filler is just music. Have music next time. Music.
It's like she's like making this beautiful scroll.
It's like, man.
I know.
Do you need a little bit more time?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wait for her. Now, as we're thinking about these, and we're looking right at our limiting beliefs on this board, I'm now going to invite you to write down the cost on the same side, the cost that it would have on your life if you continue to let this limiting belief be part of your life. What will happen to you if you keep this? All these cameras on me. I feel like my audience is a lot bigger than a living room right
Oh,
now.
yeah, you're doing broadcasts everywhere.
Oh, yes.
No,
I
no.
love it.
Love that.
Oh, McLean,
So now,
don't do that.
Let's get a couple of shares.
So
Who
distracting.
feels comfortable sharing their limiting belief and the cost associated with it?
Talked about in your other video, keeping your hand raised and using all of your fingers.
What's your name?
Julia.
Hey, Julia!
It's too hard because I get influenced and tempted to eat holiday food, even though I really want to keep progressing towards my 22% body fat and firm abs. I self-sabotage and think I have to give in and conform and peer pressure to go along with the crowd. And the cost is that I won't know, I'll never know that I can really do it and hit the finish line, because I've made a lot of progress, but it's that 3 feet from goal
Mentality.
and like, I never reach the top, I don't hit the finish line, and that affects my self-esteem.
You'll learn that there are
And you know
some
that you
people
really
that you
progress
call on
to
that like
an
to hog the mic,
accelerated,
so to
excellent
speak.
level.
There are certain
Yeah.
people that
Sharing.
always raise their
Somebody
hands
else
first
will
and
come.
always raise their hand every time. That will take over the mic from you. So learn who those people are and learn how to rein it in. Yeah.
It's okay if Charlotte that has this.
Yeah, as long as she sits in here.
I'm here, Charlie.
Thank you. Let's get one more share. You guys comfortable sharing yours?
Here, Charlie. I can fix it.
Like I have never had time for doing
What do you think?
I'm recording a video. Addie, I'm recording a video.
You know, if women get just too much stress in her life, she just gets too exhausted. And so I think that's really kind of spreading and just really doing it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. So, who's ready to change? Say aye.
Okay,
All
hang on.
right, let's flip over our board.
All right. That the question of who's ready to change. I'm not sure if it's said that way in the script. I don't believe it is. It's kind of shocking to the system. People often aren't ready to adopt the idea of I have to change to be okay. So we want to ask questions like, "Oh, how does that feel? Who's ready to shift out of that?" So make it more of a willing thing that I'm willing to make a shift because this doesn't feel good, rather than I have to change to be a better person.
Okay, let's flip over these boards and let's write a new belief. Something that serves us a lot more. Something that will change our lives if we choose to believe it. Okay?
Okay, get some examples. What are some examples of some new beliefs that would empower you? Get some examples. This is, you did 2 shares on limiting beliefs and you haven't done a single share on possible turnarounds. This is a good time for that. This is where you get to inspire people.
That's Jamie's house.
Is it okay if I help you with some wording on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a lesson for everybody, just or a reminder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, this
so
is better done as a share instead
our
of.
brains live in a constant state of right nows. In fact, eternity is just a forever of right nows. And so if we put something into the future, it will eternally be in the future. It will never be right now. It'll slightly be out of reach. And so when we phrase something like a new belief,
This
we
is
want it to be true now.
really
Even
good
if-
content.
even if it's not
It's
necessarily
much
true.
better delivered
We
as a
want
result of a
plant
share.
seed in
And
our
here's why.
brains.
People feel safer when they give information rather than when you, for lack of a better word, take information. So for her, having, she's in introspection, she's writing on her own board. And to be observed in doing that may create, for her or someone else, a lack of safety energy, to have the idea of looking over their shoulder. So get the new beliefs as shares and then offer the shift.
So that
Mommy,
we keep
why
telling ourselves it grows into a
talking to-
tree,
Okay.
and then the fruit manifests itself.
how can you talk to him?
That's the way that our brains function. You tell it to do something, it will do it. But we have to function in the right manner.
Okay, there's even a condescending body language here. Observe how she's reacting.
Okay.
How many more days until
We
Christmas?
have team leaders who help people to write it properly. So,
Okay, writing it properly, that's another
pay attention as much as people
phrase that creates a lack of safety. Oh, I must be doing it improperly, that must mean that I'm doing it wrong.
So perfect.
That's what you said there.
As much as people are open to show their boards. It's just Ina's handwriting is so perfect.
Because you can write it.
Right? Man, you guys got some big beliefs. I love this.
Oh, so overall, there's a feeling of intrusion of space with these beliefs. It feels like you're peeking over their shoulder and reading their boards when they're not volunteering to share it. So just be very aware of that.
Right, we're gonna give you guys a couple more seconds.
Okay, 10 more seconds. And
Okay.
yeah.
Who feels like they're comfortable enough to share this new belief?
Again, if you bring up comfort, people have an opportunity to opt out. So who would like to share is a safer question.
I love it. Thank you.
Okay,
That's great.
empower that. Repeat it.
Okay. Who else?
Get excited about that.
Okay. What is your new belief?
I am healthy. I am making memories with my kids. I am living a productive life. I am happy and fulfilled in my life. I am where I want to be.
I love that. Thank you so much. Let's take a little bit of time and share with our neighbor
Let's take a
a
moment
little
and
bit more
share.
about our belief and why we're choosing that belief. Okay? We'll give you guys about 10 seconds or 10, 15 seconds to do so.
Tell them to begin. Good. Checking your notes if you need to. Good.
I'm choosing that belief.
I'm about to have a crying babe enter the room. Just a second. And I'm not going to stop the video, otherwise I have to stop and make a whole new video. So we're just going to let it keep going. 3, 2, 1. Cue the baby. What's up, Dave?
Everyone's punched me, Hashem bumped to me in the head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Sharon keeps not listening. Because she's not like me because I better.
Okay, go tell her I need to talk to her, okay? Good warning.
Okay.
Go tell her I need to talk to her.
What's it? What did you say before that?
Just tell her I need to talk to her. And stop. Give each other a high five and say, you are an amazing creator.
I'm Sienna. Sienna.
All right, everybody. All right. In order to break through a board, you need to believe that you can break through the board. Right?
Right.
On
Rather
really,
than
really
saying right, ask,
small
is it
level, on a
important to
atomic
believe that you can believe
level,
break the board?
all you're doing is separating molecules. So when you're
Good
breaking
phrase.
through that board with a palm strike, atoms are very far apart. And you're just separating them. You're just moving them apart. Like Moses, like we were talking about. You're spreading them apart. Okay? So, in visualizing your mind, everybody close your eyes. Visualize in your mind, just parting the molecules and say, when I break boards, I separate the molecules.
I separate the
Good
molecules.
repetition.
Perfect.
Okay, I need you to give Dave a turn.
You did have to.
Okay, he gets another turn when you're done, so set the timer if you need to, okay?
No. How about 1 minute? No. Yes.
Guys, you don't get to fight about it in here.
Yes.
If you can't be nice, I just take the whole thing away.
I don't have to have 1 minute.
Okay, go set the timer.
Mom said you
Breaking
can
boards is
have
easy.
1
Breaking boards is easy.
Yeah, and you can repeat that. That works.
I'll say whatever you say.
It's perfect.
Okay.
So, along with belief, there.
I need to not be bothered right now. You can have 10 minutes, okay? But I'm recording a video.
There are some things that people believe. They believe that you need to be strong to break a board. This is also false. It does not take a lot of strength to break a board. In fact, most of the time when people break boards, they're not forcing all of their weight through it. Some people do. But what we're going to do is we're going to make it easier for you. How many of you have ever wet down a towel and then spun it around and whipped somebody with it? Oh, yeah.
That's Six Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. And Jenny, how strong is that towel by itself?
Not very strong alone.
But
When
what
you get it wet,
what can it do when you even if it's not wet?
even if it's not wet, it can leave a welt that you will not ever forget.
Right?
For real.
And it hurts.
Bruises.
It's all about the whipping motion.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite everybody to stand up.
That was
We're
good.
gonna
Much better
practice
than
this
like
whipping.
whipping your husband and drawing blood.
Okay?
Very good.
So what that looks like is this. You come in fast, but then you come back faster.
Good verbiage.
Okay? So we're going to get up, everybody, if you feel inclined to do so. And we're just going to whip that arm. And we're going to do that about 5 times. Okay? So I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right. Everybody have a seat. So thank you for that. So the next thing that we want to pay attention
Okay, do we
to
need to take the wheel in?
is physiology. What is it?
Physiology.
Okay. Does anybody know what that means? It's a big word, right? Exactly. So physiology is when we are talking about the physics of the body. There are certain things that we want to pay attention to when we are breaking the board. One of them is our stance. We're going to have our knees bent. Why is that?
You're using we a lot. That's good. We are going to have an
It's
easy.
more rotation, it's the stability, it's the movement. These are all correct answers. It grounds you better and gives you more of an anchor point. So when we're doing it, we're going to push through the bottom foot that is on the same side as the hand that you're hitting with. So my right hand, my right foot is in back. I'm pushing through and I'm twisting my hips, open palm, and I am just whipping into it. So, super simple, right?
That's much on.
But there's also something else attached to
I
this.
said the time.
How many of you guys have heard Bruce Lee whenever he
Can
hits
you and
something?
Sienna
You know?
Yeah.
Why do you think he's
go
yelling?
be
You
kind?
yell, it releases power and energy.
Why is
That's
that?
from your inner self.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect. When you're hitting and you're yelling with a ki as loud and as hard as you can, you're focusing all of your energy into that moment.
I like how you
It's not about the
corrected
breathing.
the
You're not
ki
going to
up
break a
to a
board with
ki.
your breath, unless it's really smelly breath, right? Yes. But when you are breathing out, it's just focusing all of that energy into that moment. And when you're combining that with everything else, with the belief, with the movement, with the open palm, you're going to break through it, no problem.
Okay, so
Right?
when you're doing these 3
Perfect. So what
steps,
was the second one?
I want it to be highly interactive with the audience.
And the third one
Remember,
is
not
also just as
don't
important.
talk to the board.
It
Don't
is
talk to the board.
Focus. What is it?
Focus.
Talk to the audience,
Focus.
not the
So
board.
I'm going to invite up one of my assistants whenever she's ready. Here, I want to get her a board. This is Jen.
Hey,
Hey, Jen. Let's try that again. What's your name?
Good.
Jen.
Good.
Hey, Jen. Jen's going to be helping me out with this next part, and she's going to help us to understand
Thank you.
what it means to focus. So she's going to hold up the board. Now, she's my target, not the board. She's my target. Right
in
my
the
chest is
future.
where I'm gonna be focusing.
In the
focus
future,
is
get a
not
man.
On the limiting belief.
Don't use Jen. Get a man.
Beyond.
It's
For obvious
beyond-
reasons. If
We're
it's not
breaking
obvious, it's because she's a
through
woman
the
and her
limiting
chest
belief.
is not a
If
safe
we were
area for you to
focused
point
right
at.
here on the board,
Get a man.
and
If you don't have a man,
we just
you be
stop
the man.
right there. But if we go through the board, the board
McLean,
breaks.
get a
We
man.
just separate the molecules.
get a man.
Very, very easy to do. Now, how many of you guys are ready to get up and practice these things? Okay.
How many
so
of you
let's
would
get up
like
and let's practice
to?
it a couple more times, okay?
All right.
So,
Okay, this is
let's
lacking a
chamber it all the way
crescendo.
back, right
Needs a
here.
crescendo.
Have the other hand out, and you're going to push through the same foot, and you're going to whip it, and we're going to key eye. Ha! Let's do that 6 times, okay? Ha! Ha! Hey! 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 Good. Good work, everybody. Everybody give each other a high five and say, "You are fabulous."
Good. That's a bit of a crescendo
So I'm
there.
going to invite everybody to sit down now, and we're going to close our eyes one last time.
Hey, baby.
We're going to put this all together now. Everybody close your eyes. And in your mind, imagine Jen or McLean holding the board in front of them.
Imagine your team
And you
leader.
can see this limiting belief staring you in the face. And you can see all of the costs associated with it. Take a deep breath. You look Jen or McLean right in the eyes. And you say
Your
your
team
name.
leader.
You say your old belief. And then you say your new belief. You get in your power stance. You bend your knees. You've got your striking hand pulled back, and you're ready to whip it as fast and as hard as you can. You're going to separate those molecules, and as you go forward and you whip it, that board breaks in half, and you are now being celebrated by everyone in the room. Everyone can feel the emotion of you breaking that board and breaking, more importantly, that limiting belief. I'm going to invite everybody to open your eyes and stand up. We're going to practice this one more time, and we're going to have 100 times the energy that we did before. Who's ready? Say aye.
Aye.
Okay, everybody get in your stance. I'm going to say 1, and we're going to hit and key eye. 1, hey!
Okay, do you remember that crescendo we talked about? This is your crescendo. It needed to happen before. This practice shouldn't be happening twice, just this one time, and then you crescendo within that. So you have them practice a couple times. Now 10 times stronger, have them do it again. Now 100 times stronger, have them do it again. And then have them close their eyes. And then when you bring them out of that, bring them out into the celebration rather than the practice. And then from the celebration energy, you move right into the board break.
2, hey! 3, hey! 4, hey! 5, hey! 6, hey! 7, hey! 8, hey! Okay, everybody get in the zone. Get in the zone. You got it. All focused. But first, who wants to see me break a board?
Yes.
All right, let's grab a board real quick.
Okay, who would like to see this done for real, rather than who wants to see me break a board? It's just a difference in wording that makes it seem less showy.
Because everybody thinks, well, I don't know, until they actually see it. And then, it's the super easiest thing that you can do in the world. Breaking a board is Very easy to do. Let's get in our groups. Let's get it done.
So that board break lacked the power. You just snapped it, which it shows that it's easy, but it also kind of takes a lot of pizzazz out of it. It makes it less of a big deal for people if you show that it's too easy. So watch when Chris does this on stage. He takes the deep breath, he focuses on the board. You can see him channeling the energy through his body like people are going to be doing, like you've taught them. And then he breaks the board after just a couple seconds of silence. So that's what you're going to want to do rather than just going up and snapping it in half.
Okay? So, Jen, do you want to hold it or do you want me to do it?
No.
Okay. Would you like to do it for a couple of people?
Sure.
I might want to record this.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'd be more than
Get your
happy to
camera.
record it for you.
Hey, is there something?
They are recording it, but maybe I don't know if
If you would like to for your first time record,
there's someone. I'd be happy to record you. Am I going first? Is that what I mean?
Sure. Would you like to go first?
Who would you like to hold your board with?
I don't think
You probably held your boards.
I've held lots of
I
boards.
have not.
I'm great at holding
I've
boards.
broken plenty of boards, but
I might have to read it as because I don't remember.
That's okay. So the first thing you want to do is state your name.
Okay, yep.
State
Always
your
give that with
whole-
instructions. So remember when you demoed breaking your board on stage, you forgot to do your name and your breakthrough and your I am limitless. So they're going to copy you, and if you leave that out, they'll forget to do that part. So make sure that when you're demoing on stage, you also include that as if you're breaking the board for the first time.
And then your new belief.
Okay.
And then say as loud and as hard as you can, I am limitless. And then you're going to go forward and you're going to separate those molecules.
Okay.
And I'm going to invite you to stand a little closer because remember,
Yeah.
this is your target.
Okay.
McLean, use a
I can't do
man.
it anymore. Oh, I'm Jenny. I can't do it anymore. It's too hard. I can't go on like this. If I do, I'm not going to live. And I am healthy. I am making memories with my kids. I am living a productive life. I am happy and fulfilled in my life, and I am where I want to be.
Take one step forward.
So in the board break,
Say,
you
I
don't
am
even
limitless.
have
I am
to
limitless.
Now
have
break
them
it.
state their limiting belief. You can just have them say their new belief.
I am limitless.
Yeah! Wow.
Music, you need music.
There you go.
This woman has power.
Powerful. Thank you.
Hey, who else is next?
Wow, I didn't think I could do that.
But now you know you can.
I know, yes.
I did it.
I did it. Done, broken. I'm ready. Forward, so I am now.
Good job, Jenny.
Thank you.
I like Charlie in the background.
All right, who's next? Nina, would you like to go
You
next?
got it, girl. You got this.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, I never broke a board.
So, and I tried like 3 times.
No, but you can. You can.
You could break a board.
You can. Listen, I'm on
You
my
have to
own.
focus
You got
right
this.
here. And all your energy from your body goes through the board to here.
You got this.
So everything, all the energy is going to go through your arm, but you have to snap it back. So who are you? I'm not gonna like. What is your I have no time. I think the problem is have no time. And my
Make sure she's breaking through.
and I have a healthy heart, and I know that I have a lot of time, and things happen.
McLean! Stop pointing to women's chests!
Wait, look at me. Wait, take a deep breath. I want you to say, in your heart, what is your limit in your belief? What is your limit?
Yeah, just have them state their new beliefs when they're on the board.
Yeah, I'm limitless.
I want to see Ina break this.
Kia. Yell as loud as you can.
You gotta use your stomach energy. And when you hit it, you're not gonna hit the board. Okay? Look at Jen and go through the board in your mind.
Can you practice? Do a dry practice. Meaning don't hold the board up for her and let her.
If you want to do it or not. It's okay either way.
She doesn't break this board. Like, get her to my house tonight.
Would you like an opportunity to go through that?
Okay, you need to celebrate her. Not with a loud, crazy celebration, but love on that girl.
Would you want to hold any?
And I'm not saying that from a presenter standpoint. I'm like, you did the perfect thing as a presenter just now, acknowledging Ina. You did the perfect thing, but like after, love on that girl.
Let's see. All right. Okay.
What is your name?
My name is Julia Graydon.
And what is your old belief?
My old belief is that it is too hard to go through the holidays, and I get influenced and tempted to eat holiday food and to give in to the influences of food and family and wanting to eat all the yummy stuff,
And what is your new belief?
Thank you.
and that it's too hard. And my new belief is that I love myself and I can do it. I am successful and I can reach any goal as I'm persistent. I reached my
Good correction.
goal
Persevere to the
and I
finish.
persevere to the finish, and nothing gets in my way.
And
I'm
when it
focused.
does, when it does,
I break through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am limitless.
I am limitless.
Key eye and hit as hard as you can with a whip.
Yeah! Oh, that hurt though.
Yeah.
It was like a hurt. Oh my goodness. That was a good one. That was a really, must be a good one because I've never had it hurt before.
If she feels comfortable.
That's it. My bill, my limiting belief was that my health limits what I can do. I get too tired. The new belief is that I have a strong, healthy body. It allows me to accomplish anything, everything I want to do. I have abundant energy.
Closer, closer, closer. Okay.
Yes!
All right.
Yay.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay. Would you like to break yours? All right, Jen. What is your old belief? Wait, what is your name? What's your name?
I am Jennifer Sheffield.
What is your old belief?
That I'm not capable of speaking my thoughts clearly and articulating them when people understand.
What is your new belief?
My mind is clear and focused.
Sorry,
I am a
RBF.
powerful
That's me.
speaker. My example inspires thousands. I communicate well. I communicate my thoughts and my words clearly and effortlessly. For I have a clear and focused mind. I am limitless.
She's cute.
Yeah! Yeah! Good job. Oh.
Good job. Good
That's
job.
awesome.
Right.
Oh. Thank you. Yay, yes. Good thought. I barely got out of bed this morning. I was like, I'm gonna shower today.
That really needs some high energy music when you're doing that board break.
Right. So let's get a couple of shares.
Good. Good. Good
Let's
job, McLean.
discuss what we observed or what we went through.
That was crazy.
Who feels comfortable sharing their experience?
Okay, feels comfortable is a language I'm going to invite you to forget.
What's your name?
Jenny.
Hey,
Jenny.
Jenny.
For me, it was absolutely didn't, when I heard what we were gonna do, I thought there's no physical way I can do this. There's no physical way I can do this. It's hard for me to drive, it's hard for me to do this, it's hard for me to stand up sometimes. But from the time I walked in the room with the good energy of everyone else, I felt stronger as I continued, as I stated what I believed, I felt stronger, as I stated that I was limitless, I felt the strength that I hadn't felt before in a long time, and as I broke through the board, I felt the greatest strength I felt in.
Cool. Good feedback.
Anybody else that they want to share?
Okay. Instead of anybody else, it's who else. What are you learning?
I found that this was a really big one for me. This was something that I have been looking at and facing for months. And knowing that it's time for me to really claim this one for me. And I was nervous whether that board was gonna break or not, but I'm like, no, I just knew in my heart that it was time, and it was time to believe in myself, and just absolutely shattered.
What?
So,
Okay, go tell her that I said it's your
all
turn.
these things that we're breaking through.
Okay.
Let's not forget the lessons along the way. You know, it's okay to have a limiting belief as long as you pull yourself out of it. And I want to share with you the end of my story.
Okay, rather than saying it's okay to have a limiting belief, say something like, maybe at one point the limiting belief served us. Maybe at one point it made sense to us. But as soon as it starts to limit you, it maybe is time to take a look at shifting it. As soon as it starts keeping you back. So we never want to buy the story that limiting beliefs are okay, because if you knew the power of one limiting belief in your life, you'd never opt into it. So always remember that.
I figured out a couple of things. I went through some hard times, but I figured out a couple of things. And I started seeing other people get to a higher level of dancing. I started going to state dances when I was 14, 4 years after my mom said this to me, And I chose to believe that it's impossible to reach my goals. I saw those
Is
things
possible or
happen
impossible?
on a dance floor. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I started doing it, and you know what happened? I became a professional breakdancer.
Yes.
I performed in front of tens of thousands of people. And that's not all. I've continued to hit every single goal that I've ever wanted to achieve. Financially, in health, in spirit, in dancing, in skill, everything, in presenting. I've been able to do the impossible things. And it's because I figured out how to break through my limiting beliefs.
Mom,
Thank you for letting me share.
going to bake with me today.
So we're going to end on a high note. We're going to end on something called words of life. okay? This is not a manifesto of any kind. It's not a rah-rah. But it is something
take
that
that
we can really take into
Something
our
that we
lives.
call
I'm gonna
words of
invite
life.
everybody
Don't tell me what it
repeat after
is. Don't
me.
tell me what it isn't.
I love my life.
I love my life.
I love the people in my life.
I love the people in my life.
I show up for myself.
I show up for
I
myself.
show up for my children.
Use their
I
turnaround.
show up for my
Good.
friends.
I show up for my friends.
I live a healthy life.
I live a healthy life.
I choose to be healthy.
I choose to be healthy.
I choose to be strong.
I choose to be strong.
I achieve all of my goals.
I achieve all of my goals.
Because I choose to show up for
Because
them.
I choose to show up for them.
I am.
I am limitless.
Thank you so much.
Don't
So
clap for
now
yourself.
I have the opportunity and the privilege to introduce one of my good friends. She has shown up in so many ways. I've actually had the rare opportunity to mentor this wonderful woman. And I've seen her hit so many of her goals and also make the impossible become possible. She's gone from a size 20 down to a size 8 in a matter of months. This woman shows up.
Good
And she is
credibility.
going to share with you what it means to refine your life, refine yourself, and to be who you want to be. Let's give it up for Jen Henderson.
Make sure you're saying it right. Jen Field.
Focus. Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to
I'm
come
so
like
excited
spaz
to
in the
be here
camera.
with you guys
You're
today.
totally gonna come spaz in the camera. Oh, you didn't give spaz in the camera. Just a second. All right. So we have got a really good board break here. I really like what you put together. It's way advanced from the feedback that we gave you the other night at my house. Nice work. I'll be sending this feedback to you via email. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck at the regional today.